once you have everything out and just gathered, it is like you can make this cake batter in 5 minutes. I've got my sugar and my butter in here right now, and we're gonna mix those. You can always turn your mixer up to like medium to fluff up your butter and your sugar. If there's oil in there, you wanna get it light and fluffy. This is like the only time you want your mixer above low. Anytime you're like adding then, I'm gonna be adding in some grapefruit juice and sour cream. Like once the dry ingredients too, with our baking powder go in, low speed, turn that down. So this is really looking good. Nice and fluffy, gets light in color. And then we've got 6 egg whites. These are the egg whites from the grapefruit curd yesterday, so save those. Don't throw those out. This looks so good. I'm gonna be adding my egg whites to it now. And I can keep the speed at medium right now. So that's like between a 4 and a 6 on my KitchenAid. Give it a few seconds between each addition. And then sometimes too, you've got to scrape down the sides of your bowl. You just want to make sure everything at all times is getting an even blend and mixing well. Because if things aren't mixed evenly, it's not going to bake evenly in the oven. All right, okay, scrape it down. Let's add the rest of the egg whites in there. Yes, yes. Okay, and then I need a cup of sour cream. You guys, so this is pretty much the base of my new champagne cake that I posted for New Year's. This whole cup of sour cream is essential because we're using all of those egg whites. I may even revise like my classic white cake because just adding a little bit of sour cream will really ensure that you have a moist cake. Because if you don't have the egg yolks in the cake, you're more likely to have a dry cake if you're not careful with the baking. So if you're really good with your bake time, awesome. You know your oven really well, fantastic. But if you're having problems with like your cake kind of drying out and it's maybe a white cake or something that calls for a lot of egg whites, you could also, so you're not adding the yolks because the yolks will make it kind of yellow in color. If you're looking to keep like a nice white color, then add like a few tablespoons of sour cream. But you guys, a full cup of sour cream in here is gonna be amazing. It just makes it like, velvety smooth. It's, you guys, I was dying over the champagne cake. I'm allowed to say that about my own cake, right? That's okay? Okay, that looks all good. What I'm gonna do is I need to mix my cake flour, my zest, my poppy seeds, my baking powder, and my salt all together in a bowl separately, and then I'll alternate that into the batter with my grapefruit juice, freshly squeezed. Okay, so I got my cake flour. Now, the way I grew up measuring was just like this. I would spoon my flour into my measuring cup. I added that app to my website, and that some of you guys have seen, and updated some of my recipes where it will give you metrics, but it's not working great. I'm kind of disappointed by the plugin that we installed. So I think what we'll do instead is just go through recipe by recipe and give you the metrics. But if you don't have a scale or you don't want to use a scale, my screen keeps going black. This is how we measure. Spoon in, and then we level off. Here, let me move that. Very gently with a knife. So you don't ever want to like put your measuring cup in here and scoop it like this, or ever shake it, because you're getting way more flour. Doing your flour just like this is actually nearly the same number that you'll get on the scale if you're weighing out your ingredients. So just, if you're not going to use a scale or don't want to find out the numbers before I can get them all figured out for you, there you go. All right, so that's our cake flour. We've got our poppy seeds that are soaked and then strained. And then I've got my zest. I love these IKEA plates. I use them more for myself than the kids. No, just kidding. We use them equally. They're really good at sharing. All right, let's get some baking powder. You guys, this cannot be over 6 months. This is the size I always get. And then we've got a little bit of salt. And then we can whisk this together. It's good to whisk your dry ingredients together before you put them into the cake, because this just makes sure that everything is mixed evenly here, and you're not trying to mix everything here evenly once it's in here. What am I trying to say? We don't want to overmix your batter. So get things evenly mixed before they go in, because at this point now, we are going to have low speed. All right, so in here, I have got my cake flour, the poppy seeds. If those kind of clump together because they're wet, just break them up with your fingers. You've got the zest, the baking powder, the salt. So I'm putting about 1/3 of this mixture into my mixer. Low speed now. And as that starts to mix, it's only like 10-20 seconds. I'm gonna put in half of my grapefruit juice. Everything gets mixed really evenly. So I'll give it about 20 more seconds, and then I'm gonna scrape down the sides of the bowl, give it another 20 seconds or so to mix, and then that's it. It's ready to go in my pans. My pans are sprayed with nonstick spray. They're lying on the bottom of parchment, and then I spray them again. My oven for this one is set to 325, and it will bake for about 30-33 minutes. Okay, oh, I can't wait to taste it.